Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, October 29th, and today is the big day. Today is when the Fed announces the new interest rate cut, and it's what's driving a lot of the news cycle today. So let's talk about that a little bit. Today at 2 p.m. Eastern, so if you're watching this on YouTube, you might be seeing it on Thursday, so the Fed rate cut has already happened. But today at 2 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, October 29th, the Fed is going to make their announcement about any sort of rate cut that might happen. Now, if you've watched videos in the past, you know that when that happens, typically the mortgage interest rate is preemptively lowering based on that announcement. So it's not necessarily that that announcement happens and then the mortgage interest rates go down. In fact, when that happens today, the mortgage interest rates could go up or down. So it's possible that they could go either. So as we see it today, the rate is actually the lowest it's been over the past 3 years. The 30-year fixed rate is at 6.13%. So that's as low as it was in September this year, as well as low as it's been over the past 3 years. So we're actually seeing some really good opportunities in the market right now where that rate is coming down for buyers, and then it's helping sellers to get their homes sold as well. The 15-year fixed is low at 5.72%, and then you have the 30-year jumbo at 6.15, as well as 30-year FHA and VA at 5.89 and 5.9 respectively. So this is really important for us to follow in the industry, and if you're thinking about buying or selling, to know what's coming up today. So like I mentioned, this 30-year rate right now at 6.13 matches the rate that we saw on September 16th of 2025, and it's the lowest we've seen it since September 2024, and it's basically the lowest we've seen over the past 3 years of the market. So if you've been looking at real estate for 3 years, or if you've been following the market, you know that the past few years right after COVID have been really difficult, not only for buyers in the market because the rates are so much higher, but also for sellers because it makes their homes harder to sell. It really does have an impact on the prices that sellers get in a regular market. And so this is really exciting news because it could make the real estate market move quicker than what we've seen in the past 3 years. And it certainly gives buyers an opportunity to be able to get a rate now that's not only just above 6%, but if we're able to negotiate lower than that or get a seller credit, you could definitely buy that rate down into the 5% range. So that's a really awesome opportunity for buyers in this market to have that rate come down and be able to lock in a 30-year rate in the 5% range. Average historically is around the 4% range, so we're still slightly above that, but I do think this is gonna have an even bigger impact on the market as we go into 2026. We're gonna see probably a lot of buyers who have been waiting come into the market, and also a lot of sellers who have been waiting to list put their home on the market, because now feels like a better time to do that because more buyers will come out if that rate is lower as it's coming down now. So let's talk a little bit about the condo market in Seattle. Over the past 7 days, we saw new listings come down by 36. Those are at 146. We saw the number of condos going under contract up by 11 at 150. So actually condos under contract is exceeding the number of new listings. So we see the demand is up over the supply right now, just for this 7-week period. And then sold listings are down 7 at 112. So that's your condo market. We do see that's a pretty stable market, I would say, in terms of like pending listings going under contract. Now, those pending listings are not everything that's been listed in the past 7 days. Most likely that's condos that have been sitting on the market. So we still overall in the market see a surplus of condos on the market, but for this 7-day period, we're actually seeing more condos go under contract than we are seeing new listings. Now, the same is happening in residential. So this week, the number of new listings was down by 86 at 346. This is probably one of the lowest we've seen of the year, which is very normal for this time of year. As we get towards the end of October and the holidays, you're going to see a lot fewer homes come onto the market. In addition, daylight savings time is also going to make an impact on this because it makes it a lot harder to see a home in the sunlight, especially in Seattle when it gets dark so early. So you're going to see a big shift in the market until about the end of January, early February. So if you're thinking about listing your home now, Honestly, what I would tell you is if you can, wait until the end of January and early February. And if you want to talk about that strategy, reach out. We're happy to book a call with you and talk about the strategy for getting your home sold in 2026. So new listings are at 346 this week. Pending listings, or the homes under contract, is up 33 at 523. So that's quite a bit higher than the number of new listings. And then sold listings are down 37 at 374. So we're definitely seeing this. There are a lot of great homes on the market, but we're not seeing them sell as quickly as they used to. I did just hear about a home in Columbia City that got 4 offers yesterday, which is really good activity. It's a great home. It was really nice. And it wasn't even all completely updated. It just had the right amount of room. It had the option to make the basement an ADU. So things like that, when they are priced competitively, we're still seeing those get multiple offers and go above the list price, but that's not happening on every single home. There's quite a few homes out there that are still sitting on the market. So it's important as a buyer that you know your options, you know the competitive landscape. And as a seller, it's really important that you also know what's going on and you know how the competition is reacting and coming to the market. So if you're in a position where you're thinking about either buying or selling in the next 2 months to 12 months, right now is the perfect time to get started with a strategy call. It's completely free to you, and we talk you through everything you need to know about the market and ask about your plans to decide what is the right strategy for you going into this market. If you want to set that up, be sure to text or email us. You can set that up for free, like I said, and we would love to walk you through Stay tuned for that Fed rate cut announcement, and let's see how this impacts the market. We'll see you again next week.